Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? La 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 la. Gosh, I've just remembered that I forgot to fix my exposure last night, so editing is going to be rough trying to get these colors together, but all is well. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Caroline Cash and I'm a Ugandan beauty and self-care content creator here in Kampala. If you're new, you might want to go and check out some of my old clips to get a sense of who I am, who I is, and support a community because we are growing. Also tell a friend to subscribe. I will much appreciate it. Okay. So we are still trying to figure out the whole introduction thing, whatever. Hopefully by next year I would have figured it out. Let me raise you guys up a bit because you're a bit on the low side. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are home today. We are home, you guys, tuliwaka. And if you're not in Kampala, if you don't live in Kampala, the weather is terrible. It's so hot. Okay, the sun is shining bright like diamond. So I haven't been stepping out. I haven't stepped out since probably last week, maybe on Thursday, maybe. I don't quite remember, but around those. I haven't stepped out since. And I don't want to step out because the weather is nuts, honey. It's nuts. Woo! It's so hot. My mom was just sweating in the kitchen the other day. And I was like, girl, this is not the way to live. So I decided to stay indoors until further notice. Thank God that a lot of what I have to do, I can do it at home. And there's nothing that I had going on, honestly, like stepping out. Oh my God, invitations or what to wear, I haven't. Like, I don't have any. And that makes me so happy. Let me first put on some eye drops because I feel my eyes are funny. Oh. These are my eye whitening, what? Eye drops. I wear them from time to time just to help clear my eyes in a sense. Oh, we're still growing strong. I thought we had run out. I always have to have this, especially when I leave the house and I have stuff going on, or I have to meet someone in the evening and I've been in town for a long day. When I get tired, my eyes get red, so I need to pop in one of these so that I don't look crazy. You know, they're like, Carol, what you on? I'm not on anything, honestly. I just need a bed. I noticed a couple of things that we do together here, guys. Have you noticed them? Have you noticed? We declutter together, or rather organize, and we also do skincare together. So I wanted to do like a skincare moment with you while telling you some of the things you need to stop doing to your skin in case you don't know those things already. And then I can also give you a life update of sorts. And such. So it's cute. Skincare has been a part of my niche for a very long time. I started to really take care of my skin way back when, I think it was around 2018 when I started. I started out try and error. I didn't know what I was doing. We didn't have the internet the way it is today. If anything, a lot of the things you had to figure out on your own. You would go to hospital to figure out your skin if you had genuine mad issues with your skin. But if your skin wasn't problematic, just has like a few acne here and there, you have spots but you're not dying, then you had to figure out your skin situation on your own. So I used to watch a lot of YouTube. They are very OG skin creators on YouTube that I used to follow that were stunning. Dr. V, James Welsh, so many that I used to follow and just take guidance from. So when I cleared my skin, I did it on my own. So proud of that, by the way. I had a lot of try and error, guys. A lot. It was horrible. I used to wear a lot of makeup and not necessarily good quality products. Okay, so my skin was just always on the up and up. I would go out with friends today, come home, I'm tired, no showering, I just fall on the bed with everything going on. In the morning, I would lay my bed with the same sheets I slept on, lay my bed, go to shower, use Protex to take off whatever it was. I would come back, put on another beat, well, my version of a beat back then. And head out and go meet people and vibe and stuff. So and repeat. And every month, when my period used to come, I would get pimples. Okay, that's how I would know my period is here. So now imagine having a zero routine, living my life that way, and then having acne on top of that. So I reached a point where my spots were, I think it's because the spots grew so much that that's when I was like, hold up, I don't like how I'm looking right now. And I remember doing a video call with this guy that I was seeing at the time, and he genuinely thought that those were beauty spots on my face. Like he thought that kumbe it was acne from just a bad way of life. So I got sick of that. I got sick of my BS. I got sick of the cycles. I decided, what can I do right now to change whatever it is that's going on? I just want to be a proper lady. I want to look good. I want to organize. I just want something. Okay, something. I felt my life was just going down a cliff, and I didn't know where to start. I didn't know. So the only way where I could feel like at least I'm holding on to something and I have a bit of control was to start to take care of my appearance. And when I started, I never stopped. And I just feel everything just seemed a lot lighter after that, because now my skin started to clear. I also did a whole revamp of my wardrobe, sold the nonsense, got some stuff that made sense. I started to look put together, and then I started to feel it. And then, when you look good, it exudes. Then I joined acting, and then it's like, oh, this is what I was meant to do, like be on camera, be out, something. But something clicked. I feel like it clicked not because I was acting, it clicked because I'm naturally a creative person, and being in that workspace, that acting space, kind of gave me that. It just finally made sense. I felt like I had now seen my purpose and what it is I was meant to do. So anything in that creative space is where I thrive. Once we started, we never stopped, and here we are. Yeah, that's just like a brief vibe situation of how even the kind of content I do came to be. It was because of that. It was because I told one of my friends my story a while back, and I was trying to figure out my niche, and she said, well, I mean, you are kind of struggling when you are trying to figure out all these things on your own. Maybe there is someone who needs that assistance, so why don't you do content around that? And that's how it came to be. And I was like, I had never even thought about it. And you know why I had not thought about it? Because no one was doing it at that time. Everyone was just doing some other random content, to be honest. Skincare, this whole thing like came out recently. Even all these clinics you see and these dermatologists, they popped up recently. If you had genuine mad issues, you had to go to the hospital. But other than that, there were no skin clinics around. Wait, was Unity around? I think Unity has been around for a long time. I don't know. But they were not there, and I guess that's why someone doing content around that, like, had not been done yet. Because, like, what are you going to talk about? What do you know? Yeah, so that's how my kind of content came to be. So if you're new here and you're not Ugandan, Tosuleno, you don't sleep in Uganda. You're like, who is this random chick on my feed? That is what people in Kampala have known me for, just the skin and stuff like that. I did feel like I've kind of put myself in a box because I strictly just did skin. I do want to branch out a bit next year, but not to branch out too much, where it's like, but I go, no, when did we get here? No, it's going to be a more wholesome feel, because we shall be going to sleep together, waking up together, doing all sorts of things together. It's going to be so fun. And also, you have to notice that I've always stayed with my folks since I was a baby, since I popped into this world as the goddess that I am. Since I popped into this world, I've always been with my folks, okay? So this is going to be a first time experience, and I feel we are going to learn on the way, because I just hope I am able to be very transparent about various things and stuff like that. So I'm very excited for that chapter. Don't judge me too harshly, but just understand, it's her first time, out of her father's house. So nag, she's learning on the thing. And also, just I've always been the type of person where it's always so fun to go through things like on your own. You get, sometimes when you hear these people and they tell you about, now I've started gisting, but we're going to get into the skin. Sometimes when you hear these people Like when they see you doing things like, oh, you do as I did, me, this is how I started, sharing the advice. It's nice, and you can use it somewhere depending on what it is exactly. But I'm a strong believer in that you need to learn on your own. Learn on your own. At least reach out to family members or your sisters or your brothers, whatever, when it's completely like, what do they say in Uganda? Be pitirideko, be kuitirideko, something like that. But you get the gist. It's just beyond. You're like, oh my God. Like, try to figure out things on your own. Builds character. I genuinely believe that. You cannot always sit around and wait to be spoon fed. Do it on your own. Be like, you know what? I'm going through a house right now, but I'm not going to call my sister again. I'm not calling that sister. I'm not calling my sister. Let me figure it out. Will I call my mom, my sisters from time to time? Duh. But I feel for the most part, I don't know. I've gone through a lot of things on my own, and I'm very happy that I did, because they really taught me, and I'm the reason I am today because of those things. So I'm just excited to take that path solos. And honey, the skin is dry. The sun, guys, please wear some sunscreen before you walk out of it. Actually, go with it. Go with your body one, go with your facial one, have it in the bag, because this so because it's hard, we're going to be doing a high level hydration vibe situation. We're just going to be doing a lot of liquid, okay? A lot of liquid. First, my essence. I did get a bit of acne the other day, but I genuinely believe it's because I'm in my luteal phase. I was feeling very sluggish, very tired. This is what happens when I'm in my luteal phase. The luteal phase is the phase before your period comes in. So you might be cranky, you might be very irritated, and yes, you want to sleep for the most part. I don't know how other people's phases are, but this is how my phase is. And I just love that during this time, I don't have any work going on like that. Guys, I had so much. I think I had over 6 deliverables I had to make. 6. I was under a lot of pressure the last 2 days. Maybe that's even why I stayed home for the most part, because I was so overwhelmed. I was dreaming about the deliverables. I was like, oh gosh, I can't wait to wrap this up. And to be fair, one of the brands, they had delayed to get back to us on if we are doing November content or not. So they had delayed. They responded the second, they responded last week. Now, when they respond last week, and I don't know, because also we are many on this campaign, and I think because we are many, maybe they be talking to others as well, because you can talk to other people separately that's not in the group chat. And maybe because they were talking to them in that way, they imagine they spoke to all of us. But tell me why they tell us, okay, next week, I send in my concepts and they get approved by like Wednesday. When they get approved on Wednesday, then they're like, oh, all of you, if you don't bring in your work by the coming week, if you don't send in your work, you're getting dropped. What? Like you just approved my. It was stressing me out, ma'am. It was stressing me out because I don't know if you noticed, but we are taking on some other bills moving forward. So I need that check. Yeah, but it's whatever. I figured it out as I always do because I'm amazing. And it was done. Yeah, so we have put on a bit of essence, extra hydration. Guys, if you have dry skin, I feel for you out there, but take care of you. Because giving dry season, the grass is going to start drying up. I don't know why. And I used to believe in December it used to rain so beautifully, but I don't know. Global warming. I'm going to go in with this Aquaberry Swimming Pool Toner. We are going to skin flood today, so just water over water over water over water. Although this particular toner has a very like essence-y feel. It's not like legit water. It has like a slight thickness to it. And I love her so much. So guys, things you need to stop doing to your skin. Things that I believe as Caroline, you need to stop doing to your skin. Over exfoliating. People exfoliate their skins like the world is coming to one end. Jesus. And let me tell you, when I first started this whole skin thing, when I was doing my try and error vibe situation, I genuinely believed that as well. I really did. I used to use scrub. You know, scrub, the one that even they can use when you go to the nail parlors to scrub your legs. I used to put that on my face and I thought it was a good thing. It's not. Those microbeads, is that what they call them? You know, when you touch a scrub, those will, if it's not like a sugar scrub, let me say, those, they are dangerous. They could cause like micro tears in your skin, and you don't know what you could catch. You could get bacteria and something could get infected. You don't know. But do not put that stuff on your face because they are very harsh. And also when you exfoliate, it's actually two things. Don't use that scrub. Certain serums that you can also use to exfoliate, don't overdo it. Okay, for start, just start really small and then later just do it twice a week and you're good to go. Okay, and then maintain it. Maybe do it like every Tuesday and like Friday. Balance. Serum for the day. This is the Anua. You guys know this. I've talked about it on here many times. Oh wait, or is it Instagram where I've talked about it a lot? I love this serum. This is my second bottle. I had another one and it just got finished. But it's such like a big chunky serum bottle. It's so enough, guys. Fine, you spend yoka money, yoka 80k, but it lasts so good. This helps me with my acne vibe situation. I like to pair it with the azelaic together. These really help during this, because even during my luteal phase, I start to flare up because my period is coming. It's sort of like tuli one no tuja. So I like to use this to kind of like whatever acne is thinking of flaring up, like kakana. The other thing is sleeping with makeup or SPF. I think we've talked about that whole thing. You've seen it everywhere. Don't sleep with your makeup on. Don't sleep with your makeup on. That one is common. But I don't know if people know that also you shouldn't be sleeping with your SPF. Okay? You rocked your sunscreen during the day. Like now, you rocked it in the morning. At 3 p.m., the sun was really out. You put on another layer. You came home. You're tired. You're like, because I didn't even wear makeup today, so I'm good. That SPF, you need to wash it off. Girl. I don't know if you know this, but the skin repairs itself at night. If you don't take off whatever it is you put on during the day, and also just the pollution, the dust, and all that gunk, it doesn't give the skin room to breathe, you know? It's congested. You need to have it clean so that while you are sleeping and having your beauty sleep, darling, it's doing its job. The skincare is doing its job, right? Okay, that's pretty. Just remember that clean skin sleeps better than congested skin. Okay? I'm going to go in with my other toner, Anua 70 plus. I bashed this toner on my Instagram. I still bash it. I don't think it's fantastic. It honestly feels like water. Like go to your tap, do this, and then pour this in there and compare. The only difference is that this is milky. You know, they say it has rice. Anua rice. You know when you wash rice, the way it looks. But the Koreans went crazy for this when it came out. Yeah, I was like, maybe it's good for your Korean skin. No. I don't see the purpose when I wear it. I don't feel a difference. I don't see the glow. Like nothing. If anything, I feel the glow when I would rock this. The other thing is skipping your moisturizer. Skipping your moisturizer, man. Why would you even skip moisturizer? I find it so weird. And I feel because like I'm a hardcore certified moisturizing queen, I moisturize. Like my life depends on it. When I'm going to sleep, a girl, you will see. You'll be seeing. You'll be like, this is kind of like too much. But that's just how I decide how I live my life, darling. Oh, I had removed my, where did I put it? Shit. I'm positive I had removed my moisturizer. Okay. First up, I'm going in with my other Anor. Told you guys I'm skin flooding. So I like to put toners between each serum while I skin flood. That's just the way in which I do it. and it just always looks amazing. So this is as a leg, goes really, really well with the other Anua that I was using. The 10% niacinamide. The 10% niacinamide. They just work so well together, and they prevent my skin from flaring up so much. Please be careful if you're using this for the first time. It could, when it was released, people were burning out in these streets, but me, my skin, I was one of God's favorite. Worked for me. Like people who have oily skin, I don't understand. I've never understood the theory of someone saying they have oily skin so they don't moisturize. What does that even mean? That your oil is the moisturizer? I don't understand the brain cells behind that. I just feel like, babe, the reason why your skin is producing a lot of oil is because you're not moisturizing. So the signal has gone to the skin and telling the skin, we are lacking oil, we are lacking water, moisture, so let's overproduce oil. I think that's what happens because you don't wear, but you have to moisturize. Even with your oily skin, especially with your oily skin, moisturize. Period. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go in with my moisturizer because I just talked about it and we need to moisturize. Girl, get into the program. Like, don't you feel funny being out here in these streets with your dry skin? Me, I be feeling weird. Jesus, I cannot. Don't let people see you looking like that. Panage, guess who I bumped into, you guys? Who? Sandra. How did she look? I don't know. She looked musty. That's what they be talking about you. Me won't say I look musty for honey. You won't. You won't. I've actually always been so curious. But when I would like, I've always been so curious. Like when people meet me and they go and discuss me elsewhere, what do they be saying about me? Anyway, ignorance is bliss in case it's a bad thing. Ignorance is bliss. I don't know what you're saying, so I don't care. You know what I mean? But I wonder about it sometimes. But every time where I meet people for the first time and I've engaged with them and whatever, they would never talk about like how I looked. It was always about my attitude and the way I am. That's what they'll be talking about when it would get back to me. I'll be like, what did they say? They said, but you're full of yourself. Why you think about you all that? But I am. And some extra change. I am all that. I remember I told a friend of mine what had happened between me and someone. Me telling him like, sometimes I feel like I am too much. I was like, Carl, you should never apologize for being too much. It is perfect. If anything, people should be apologizing to you for being too small. Stop ignoring your lifestyle factors, okay? That is something that I'm really working on. I'm not gonna lie, and it's something that's on my list for figuring it out next year. Like I really want to live that life. You're eating good, you're eating healthy. You know, when you go to a party, you have like a glass of wine, but that's it. You know, you're hydrating, you are meditating, you are, you know, all those will feel good. Like I fully want to embody that, and I feel, and maybe it could be just an excuse that I'm putting up. It could be an excuse because my excuse is the fact that I stay home. That's why I haven't adjusted to the lifestyle of my dreams. But it's like, we shall see when you're actually on your own. I hope that is something that I'm not depending on the fact that oh my God, I'm home. Now when that excuse is no longer there, can I still live that life fully? I do for the most part, but not completely as I would want. I want it to be every single day, you know, every day, Monday to Monday. You know, I have a routine, I have a system. So I hope that when I do leave the house and then I'm on my own, I don't continue the same cycles, and then now I will have no excuse. Like now you're not home, you're alone. You can literally monitor what enters your fridge. You can monitor what enters your house. Do you understand? You can go to sleep at this particular time because the place is very quiet. So it's like, now, what's the excuse, girl? What's the excuse? You know? So I'm hoping that That's something that I can figure out. But yeah, I honestly believe I am not living the lifestyle of my dreams because I'm home. I do in a way when it comes to food because my mom is a diabetic and we don't fry food in this house so much. Like, guys, I think in a way that's where I've managed to keep my weight where it's at. This is what we eat at home every day. It's as the chips what once in a minute. And I feel every time I leave the house, when I would go out, that's why I'd crave like fried things because we're not having them at home. You get me? Some lip gloss. I'm doing the road. This cutting surprised me the other day. Oh, honey. And it feels so good on the lips. Yeah, so when I would meet my friends who live alone, I'll be like, guys, lunch, one of them, I'm craving local food. I'm like, ew, where would you crave it? I eat it at home every day. I'm on greens, cabbage, beans. What? I'm just like, something fried mananga some yambia because the chips chicken over bichi like extra cheese or a pizza, you know, when you're pulling it and it does that, you're like, like it's just energy. So I don't know, we have to figure out this food situation um when I'm living on my own. But yeah, there are some things that I kind of really want to instill, like even like the snacking, because I won't lie, the snacking is something I've overdone at home because I can bring in snacks in the house. Like I don't have to cook them; they're already ready to eat, so it's easy for me to grab them. The potato chips, girl. So I want to alternate like those snacks with a healthier version. You know, like if you have watermelon, dice it into little pieces, put it in your containers. If you have blueberries, if you have pineapple, what? And then keep those in containers in your fridge so that every time you feel you want to snack, you grab that. I don't know. I'm just really hoping for the best, but I would like to really create some changes around my lifestyle, whatever, and such. Because at the end of the day, it will be my place, and I can pick and choose what comes into that house. You know, if I say I don't want alcohol in this house, it will not happen. If I want to drink, I'll go out and have it, but not to have it in my space. You know, same thing as here in this house. We never have alcohol in this house. We could actually. No one is stopping us, by the way. On Christmas, it's around. So it's like, you know, but because it's not something like we do often as much, because I think the only people who are left that drink in this house are just two people. I honestly think that. But the rest stopped a while back. It's still so new and I hadn't used it for anything. Yeah, so, ooh, because I washed the wig, I hadn't yet gotten time to paint it, like at the bottom. Imagine I had put this wig on sale for the longest time. No one got it. But it's so fluffy and so cute. There's where I usually order my wigs from, Makeup Cloud KE. They are from Nairobi and they usually send my wigs over by bus. So if you're looking to order a wig, especially if you have a 9 to 5 and you're always late, but you're trying to figure out ways in which you can get ready faster but then still look good. So you can get yourself a wig. Their wigs are semi-human, not all of them, some, but I like to order the semi-human simply because they're just easy to, like this wig, I twisted it up in like pins. There's a way in which every time when I wear a wig in the evenings, I will put the wig on my dummy head. I'll start to brush it out. I will get some pins and then curl it up. I just feel it's so much better kept that way. So I had kept it that way. And they also recently sent me an African Essence hair polish, oil-free shine silicone luminator. I don't know what's in here. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Do they write on the, well, the ingredients are there, so technically I know, but I don't know what they are called. It says a spray damp or dry hair. Directions: spray damp or dry hair, can be used with blow dryer or curling iron. I swear, guys, this thing is so good. And someone had asked me, having seen like where I order my wigs, she ordered. Then I think after 2 weeks, she was like, Cara, how do you maintain bichimi? I was like, water. Literally, I would get water and just do like this. Oh, just, you know? And also I peel, I curl the hair and then put in those metallic clip-ins. That's how I maintain it. But every after 2 weeks, I'll take it to Mbaja's. If you don't know who that is, they own a salon in town. The salon is called Mbaja Sean. That's the name of the owner. They know how to take care of these wigs. They wash them and then they put in rollers, air dry. When you pick it up, it smells incredible. And then just put your car. That's how I maintain. And that's how the wigs last longer for me. I just find them so easy to make. Guys, let me tell you, a human wig, you either wake up ironing each and every single day. I don't have that time. Why are you spending over an hour ironing hair, girl? What? You could do something better with your time than do that. Go and look for money. You know? So I don't like to do that most on my wigs, babes. I don't like to do that most. And yeah, I had also recently ordered another one which is coming. So I order a lot. I've used so many designs from them. Girl, I've been blonde, I have had red hair, I have had yellow hair, as if like I've done so much. Like, so anyway, I ordered another one. Maybe that's the one I'll be rocking for Christmas. I'm not sure. But there's a chance I might be ordering another one for Christmas. I feel like for Christmas I want like big black curls. Like, it's very festive. What do you think? Yeah, so you just do your edges. Usually I will paint, I will do concealer on the net so that like it really blends in nicely. I'm just too lazy to do that today, so it will just stay the way it is for now. Yeah, so that's what I like to do, and you just look so proper all the time. And this thing was thick, eh? This hair was thick. And meanwhile, it's like a fringe. It has some like a fringe moment, which you can like a side fringe. I just don't like to use the fringe. I just prefer to put it all behind. But it's so nice, right? You can see like a fringe hair as if I don't like to use the fringe. I just like to rock it like this. They don't know how much they've helped me so much, because I couldn't imagine doing the most with the wigs. What? Sometimes you just, girl, I swear, just at least buy one, like one book, just one, and have it on you. This is what we are looking like today at home. Yeah, I've been indoors for the most part. Honestly, I've been indoors. No one is looking for me, thank God. No kids are screaming my name, mommy, mommy, thank God. I'm just like, I just want to like be left alone for a while. You know what I mean? Be left alone for a while, do me and stuff. But don't get it twisted. We have definitely been working on some things. I noticed that because when I started to talk about the whole apartment thing, I think people really felt I was going to be a back and back and back. I haven't been posting anything, to be fair, in that regard. Why? I'm trying to figure out my finances. I'm trying to figure out my finances. I'm trying to figure out my finances. There's a system that I want to have when I'm at that house. And you have to like make sure that you start those plannings early. That's what I feel. So I'm trying to figure out the finances. But also, the reason why I didn't really do a lot of back and forth content, which is what I noticed, is because there are things being made. Curtains, the furnishing, the bed, the couch, and those things. Like, they are literally being made. So there's nothing to talk about. I wanted to first, remember the appliances we got? I wanted to have them sent to the house before my nephews get here, because I feel those things are around the house. They might be climbing them and doing whatever. So I need to get rid of them before they get here. I had called the guy who had transported those items from the store where I got them to home. I wanted to call him again and find out when he's available and how much it would cost for him to take them now from here to Kisasi. Since he'll be going to Kisasi, I would also want to go with him, as well as purchase some other items that we can go with. So I wanted 2 rugs. What else did I want to pick? I wanted 2 rugs. I also wanted to pick some other small items, flat iron, perforator, those gadgets, the small ones. Also wanted to pick those ones. I'm also really hoping that I can find the plants that I want. I want 2 plants, one in the living room area one in the bedroom. I called some store on Instagram and they sell plants and whatnot. And apparently the prices were crazy. They told me, I think the one that I really liked, there were two I liked. One was 190K. The other one was, I think, 250 or some 300, something like that. I was like, this is stupid. And yet I had seen those exact, not the exact, maybe they were there, but I just didn't, because I just, you know how you're walking in Chinatown and you just turn and you look, you're like, oh, I felt like, I feel like they could have them. The only difference is they sell the plant. They don't have the bucket. Can I call it a bucket? Like that cheap thing. And then you get those layers of things to put on. So you might need to get those separately. That's the thing. And that's why I think it makes their price that price, because they have everything together. I don't know. But I'm also planning to go by Chinatown and seeing what gems I can grab. Um, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so the planning has been around that. It is, if they can finish her, but it won't even be done this week, because the guy of the furniture said I can pass by to, he will let me know when I can pass by the end of the week, just so I can see where they're at. And I just wanted to film some content around that. So meaning maybe to be, they'll be ready maybe second week of December. Oh, my nephew's already be here. Shit. Maybe like second week of November they'll be ready. But I really wanted to figure out the curtains as well. Curtains, rugs, and then if I can also purchase some kitchen appliances like plates, cups, fork, knives, that would be nice. And they just have all that stuff here, literally in the sitting room. That guy comes, they take everything too. Kisasi, and then I'll know that that's settled. Then my sister was talking to me about moving. Vichy, she's like, how are you hiring a moving company and whatever? I'm not hiring a moving company, but James, there is nothing to move that's substantial apart from those items that guy is going to take. But when you look around this room, I'm leaving it as it is. I'm simply carrying my suitcase with my clothes. Also, I need new suitcases. I need new suitcases. I need like 4 suitcases. Then I'll figure out a way to pack my products, the bottles, the perfumes. Well, I'm not, guys, this, the table is staying, the chair is staying. I had like a side thing that I had bought, which has like makeup, products and stuff and whatever, my books, it's staying. I'm only packing my books, my products, my coats, my clothes. I have some storage bins there. Those ones I'm taking for sure. But they're not crazy. Like, they're really not a lot. So I was like, I don't think I need a moving company. I'm actually doing the most. So they can overcharge me for no reason. But, my God, I look so pretty. Caroline. So cute belly, no makeup, no nothing. But I look so cute. I realized that it's going to take me a while to create some sort of new routines for myself at that place, because the routines that I am used to, the routine, let's just call it a routine in general, the routine that I'm used to is the one in this house. It's going to be interesting for me to kind of adjust to that new place, because you're trying to get the lay of the land, and me trying to figure out like someone who can clean for me the house from time to time. They take rubbish over there, they cater to the rubbish stuff, so that's great. I don't have to deal with that. They say they have their own border guy that I can always send. Great. I don't know, just simple things like to make my life so easy, because I feel like I have a lot of those here. I have like a business. I used to pick up my shoes to clean them from time to time. Laundry sorted. My God, supermarket knows my home. You know what I mean? Like all those things where like the gas guy knows, like everything was taken care of. It's like all you have to do is just do this. But now there, it's like, okay, so who is the connect for this? Then you're looking around to, okay, now which is that's going to take me a while, but I'm so excited for that journey. And also I would like for us to really, as I also get into the routine of things, I would like to do a video post, because I'm like, should I do it now? But it's like, what's the point, Carlene? maybe you could do it when you're out the house. I kind of want to create a piece of content around how one can build a new routine. Like if it's something you struggle with, I would like to create something around that, because I will be starting a new routine on my own. So if you're also looking to start your routine, maybe you could learn something and then start that for 2026. It would just be perfect timing for both of us. Writing. I have so much that I want us to do together, and it's going to be so cute. Also, I want to start doing financial content. I got that query. I've gotten that query many times with young girls on Instagram, like, oh, how do you manage money and stuff like that? Managing money has not been my strength. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, honey. Me, I was for life is short, buy the damn thing. That was my vibe. It is literally now at my big age that I'm going to start getting serious around it. So I would love to start sharing content in the way in which I'm planning for that. Fingers crossed, if I can afford to get myself a financial advisor for 2026, I hope I can. But I would also do content around that process. I just want to do it raw with you guys so that you can see as I'm learning, you're also learning something. That's what I want to do. And it's going to be really great. So I've written out ideas on that as well. Girl, it's over, baby. I'll never love another. Oh, remember Jagged Edge. Oh, guys, let me go. Let me go and just figure out something to eat. It's already as if lunchtime. I'll see you guys at the next video. Mwah.